Am I watching a replay? Yeah, no, it's on.
Hello,
At least on Twitch.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the War Thunder official stream. My name is Marcus Boom, and I'm joined here by but in fact, I don't think I've been
we have Mike in, that's a good start.
Very feature rich. You're going to be seeing
no robots today
that you have not seen before, because guess what? This is
I want to hear some goddamn crowds going on.
Oh, the CC stuff. Let's turn that off.
That is coming in the next
turn this one
major
up a bit.
update. Wind of Change. Why do all the updates
The microphones sound a bit weird this time. But
I don't know, but I like that. It's a good letter, I think. It's quite versatile, so I'm a fan.
It's a big W.
It's a big W, yeah. That's what you can expect.
We start right off then.
Strong.
And you know
what? Usually what we do is we keep the best for last to tease you guys a little bit, but we're not going to do that. To be doing that.
Do you
today,
still have the
because I know
Russian
exactly
stream?
what you are
Like,
here
can you
for.
link it to me?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I can do it after the
Brit
stream.
time. Welcome the A-10 into War Thunder. The legendary ground attack aircraft of the Americans is finally in the game
what's
now.
going on with this stream?
We have two variants currently
Bugging
available,
out.
which is the tech tree. Hold on, wrong one. What am I doing? No.
Stuck in the new loading. That's quite a good loading screen, actually.
It's actually a very good loading screen. I don't mind that.
Yep, the B-26 is
by
there.
the UI in less than 2 minutes. Let's go.
Great start of the stream, I know. We got a tech tree version at currently.
Oh, they cut them.
There you go.
And it's before the
A7.
How?
This is a very early preview. Nothing you see here is finished just yet. So
At least they're gonna be able to render it.
options or
They're gonna
armament
load.
options or battle ratings are all subject to change.
I
Keep
don't
that in mind.
understand the
Don't go
math on
Reddit
that
all
one.
angry because something is not the way you expect
Yeah,
it to
the
be.
audio is super
may be
desync.
a
That's
case
not
by
on my
case.
end,
I
guys.
have
I
something
can't
that
fix that.
It's a
Sorry.
bit out of place right now. We got a tech tree version, the A10A, as well as a premium, which is actually currently on pre-order. Today, the pre-order pack was made available. If you pre-order the A10A premium version, you get a very nice title. Have
Yes,
you
you
seen the
do.
title?
Yes, I have.
It's an amazing title. I love it. It's literally...
They know. They know
Now.
what people want.
They know indeed. Now, the A10
Right,
has
these two
some
shouldn't be
very
the same
interesting
BR, by the
options.
way.
As you may know, of
But,
course,
you
it
know.
is famous for the GAU 8 30mm cannon capable of firing depleted uranium armor-piercing shells.
I think
which
they're putting
indeed
this thing at a
it
low
does have a
BR
decent amount
so
of
people
penetration.
actually play it.
102mm from an
This
aircraft
thing
cannon
shouldn't
is
be
not
at
bad.
9.7.
Now, you kind of had the shell before already in the
It shouldn't be
A7B,
before
for
the
example, with
A7.
the GAU 13 gun pod, which fires basically
Yeah,
the same shells,
I mean,
but
fair.
with less volume of fire.
The only
This is
thing the A7
basically
has on
I
it
mean,
is
it's a Gatling
speed.
gun, but it's extremely quick. You can do a lot of air.
I guess it technically has two 30mm cannons if you wanted to.
Well, which one was developed
loaded
first?
options, and there may be some weird stuff here.
A7.
Things that were shown in
here
the
we
trailer
go.
that may not be quite here.
The A10 was developed directly
just
as
say
a
we are working on
response to the
something quite
A7's
special for loadouts,
experiences
aren't
in
we?
Vietnam.
Yes.
Alright, they're going to be doing a
People will actually
customization
very,
setup, it
very
looks
happy to
like,
see.
for the
That's all.
loadouts. Because there's
Sadly
too many
not
of
quite
them.
implemented
so-
right now, but expect some interesting stuff
Yeah.
coming to customization of loadout options in the future. At least for these kinds of planes, for the new ones, and maybe other older planes in the future as well.
Yep.
As time develops. Now, one of the major loadouts that you
I wonder if
actually
there'd be
have
like
here,
a
and this
point
is
system to it or
entirely new
something.
for aircraft in this game, is the A9L. This is in all aspects.
Not for
Sidewinder.
aircraft, airplanes
This
in the
missile isn't
game.
entirely new. It was present on
Mike.
the AH-1Z before, for example,
there we go.
but it's the first time we actually have it on an aircraft.
That-
And on the
Airplane.
A10, not less.
The AH-1Z is an
It's
aircraft.
interesting in dogfights.
Yeah.
Four and 9
Yeah,
Ls
that's
at
the
9.7.
thing. Like, it's
Hey,
so much
guess what?
in that kind of vulture.
You remember those Votors at
scenario,
9.0 and the
just how
sandbed
slow
and
it
the
is
Saab?
comparatively, so-
Mate, you're gonna fucking enjoy this one,
The
boys.
missiles were
Oh
interesting.
boy, I need to
I
get
love
that
it.
thing
The
spayed
L's and
right
the,
now.
The H1Z.
Holy
Head
shit.
on
Wasn't really any
king.
flares,
Head
and
on
it was,
king.
like, pretty
Head
nuts.
on king.
But now that, you know, pretty much every aircraft
Oh,
around
they got
the,
that's good engine
battle
sound.
rating
I'm
has
digging it.
flares, it's, you know, they're gonna get
Rip all my 9.0
pretty
homies.
easily. So
We've already
Yeah,
been
the 9Ls
through
are
a lot
little
of
bit better
pain,
against flares than
but
the
it has
others
only
after
just
the
begun.
Russians. But they're still not immune to flares, so that is definitely something that you can defend yourself with if you happen to be going.
Enjoy being a
against an A10.
G91R4 facing a
Now, let's
A10,
test
by
out
the
the gun a
way.
little bit, shall we?
Or a
Here
fucking
is the
Saber.
A10 in a flight. Quite a nice use model. We also have some new features, by the way. We have now 4K textures. You may have seen the news post for
We're
that.
also missing
as well as
3
various
Mavericks.
improvements to micro shadows and
Oh,
just a
shit.
whole lot that we're going to be talking
Very
about
true.
in this stream. Now, of course, a A10 is going to be quite vulnerable to something like an SPAA, given that in order to get close enough to actually use the gun, you are going to be exposing yourself to the counterfire from the SPAA. Thankfully, the A10 does have access to the AGM-65B Mavericks.
Remember, if you're going to buy this thing, make sure to use my partner code from !partner so you can get 3% discount, also my decal, and support the channel.
Which is
Thank you.
outside of the range of most AA missiles, of most SAMs. I'm going to see if I can do a little attack run. This is of course not very representative, we are quite close.
Wait, is that missing 3 of the
You can log on from
Mavericks?
The missile goes by itself.
Looks like it's bugged out.
And
each Maverick counts as 2.
As missiles do. They deal with the SPA quite effectively. Now, of course,
unfortunately, you can't use it on PS4
the
now.
gun instead, so let me find a little target here. How about, let's say a tank. I believe that's a T-55 down below, which should be a decent test for the armor pacing capabilities of this cannon.
I'm gonna be honest, that amazing turn. Well, yeah, it's looking alright with speed. It's not gonna. Alright.
I'm gonna have a really nice time shitting on these things in my Mirage.
A giant bird in your head.
It's gonna be a great time.
Nah, turn rate tech.
I think the sound is coming from the cockpit as well. Maybe you can
Dorito go whoosh.
That's
So
quite
let me
nice
do
too.
another attack run.
They bigged up this turn
sound.
rate, and it's looking rough. So.
No, it's turn rate's good tech. That's what I've been told.
I absolutely love this thing.
MiG
and
17
I'm looking
versus
forward to
A10, let's
in
go.
In the live game against other players. I mean,
Fucking
of course, this is a
fresco.
cast game, first and foremost, so you are going to be seeing a lot of
Sambar.
RB. But to everyone else, it may not be entirely useless.
I'm gonna turn it into a head-on king, though.
I think it's very easy to counter a vehicle like that if you're kind of aware that you're fighting one, but yeah, not sure.
Like most
We'll have
idiots
to
who
see. Not for
buy this thing and are level 10 are going to turn it into a head-on king.
Mentioned the premium version has, at least currently, less A9Ls than the Tech Tree version. That is the distinction right now. And this is a
SCC Nocturnal. Currently.
Okay, let's move on to the next vehicle then. We have a long-awaited one.
Yes.
That's what I like about this one.
Which
Nice.
is
Just keep going.
American tree. There's another version, the French tree. We can have a look at a bit later.
Oh no!
So,
don't
yeah.
give the other one to
French.
the French!
They're giving it to the French!
But it's not.
Dream,
Can't
I
do
dream.
this
don't
to
think
me.
it's going to be
You
immensely
can't do
impressive.
this
But
to
I
me.
really like it. The model looks great. It's decently quick.
There you go,
for
French.
what it is.
There's your thing for the
it's a
update.
pretty good
Enjoy.
You can't
bomb.
fucking
Not really
do this
the
to
most
me.
maneuverable, but it's pretty good. Bomb load is quite nice as well. We can take a
Well,
look at that.
we're not getting the one with the
so there's a
shitty
lot of
rear
options here.
turret. Oh,
I
that's
believe
sad.
this might be a new bomb. I don't remember this one.
I don't remember a 600-pound bomb before.
That's a
Yeah,
Mark
no,
13.
do a
the
pretty
Mark 13
effective bomb load.
naval
all things considered,
operations
which
are a
is
pretty
nice.
big deal for
It's
the
a nice little bomber. I mean,
B-26.
say little, it's not. It's I think people in their head will imagine this thing is smaller than it is. It's pretty big, and
It's chunky.
not really.
It's small compared to stuff like the B-17
fights that knows
and
what
things
you're
like that.
It's
Probably, is it the same size as a
But
B-25?
they don't really cover the waist
Margin,
or from below.
marginally
So
larger.
it has
Yeah.
like Shackleton syndrome of being having quite a
It's
large
more like
dead
the
zone, which is a bit of a
826
shame.
where you can look it as it's just a
But you know,
It's
you
big
not
can
that
attacker.
big.
a
Yeah, it'll be
decent
like it'll play like that.
average speed defensive fly a little bit,
It's
which is quite
roomier
important for
inside,
low
I can
bombers
tell
to
you
kind
that
of, you know,
much.
break the initial pass. You can't
Than
do
the
that.
B-25.
But
The Kim
it's
Kui is
gonna get
it's a
countered quite
coastal
effectively
boat,
by a
like
fighter
a
that knows what
PT
they're
boat,
doing.
I'm guessing.
Either
Is it
way,
a PT boat?
it's nice.
Yeah, it's a coastal
decent bomb
boat.
load.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it
Defensive
a
guns are good in
PT
the right
boat.
areas,
Right.
and you do have some frontal guns as well, so it's very much like the Mitchell in that sense. You
It's
do
got like a
have,
top speed of
5, I think,
17
frontally,
knots.
Gunner.
The classic
versatile,
front
it's
gunner in the
Gonna be
beat.
nice.
Front gunner
I
slash
noticed about the
bombardier.
B-26,
I
and this
love
is not
the
the only
combo.
version, by the way. We're going to be
Look at
showing
that
another one
beautiful
later on.
rear turret
It has
there.
a lot of gunners.
Gorgeous.
It has a gunner for each individual gun, which is
The
resulting in a lot
ball
of
one.
crew.
Lots
Alright.
of people.
That poor
which is
guy
very
in the
nice.
bottom there. That's a
Let's
rough,
see.
rough position.
B-26, it's finally in the game, guys.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of finally in the game,
Invasion
I've been-
camo as
I've been
well.
begging
Beautiful.
developers to add this
Fucking
vehicle for
French.
a long time now. I've mentioned this on stream multiple times. Well, it's here now. We have the LAV.
Has the Hydras.
Yeah, has the Hydras,
The
man.
LAV chest is not new. We had this before on the Striker, but this turret is entirely new.
Is
Okay,
this
so
the
they're
same
gonna
chassis
stick
as the Striker?
millimeter Gatling gun.
No, this is the
We
Levi.
have
They're
Stinger
similar. They're
launchers,
really
which
similar.
has
Yeah, I
access
thought
to
they
the
were
FIM,
different.
Is that the other one has all of that
missile.
slat armor
Still
going
has
on?
the
Maybe that's why you're telling me.
surface-to-air missile out there.
Oh,
but
it's got the
usable
Ks, okay.
To some extent, at least against helicopters.
That's good.
And what
Ocelot.
surprised me the most is just a random Hydra launcher.
Yeah, just hanging out. I like it.
You're fucking crazy.
I'm going to show you the stats in the hangar
Goddamn
as well, and the
prototypes.
modification, so you can see. Let me
Look at that Hydra 70, so you can install it or not.
which also needs the work in progress. There we go. So, you have access to two types of missile. By standard, you have access to the FIM 92E, and you can upgrade that to the 92K. You also have your default gun belt over here, a 50-50 mix.
Oh my
between
god,
HE
Tech, are you
and
seeing what I'm seeing
HVAC.
on the Hydras?
The full AP belt, or well, almost full AP belt, has 91 minutes of
They're
penetration,
giving it the
which means you
proxy
can go through the
fuse.
sides of
M247.
but you may struggle against some of the heavier
It's the
subject types, for
proxy
example,
fuse.
the MBTs.
Designate.
And the 25 has, what was that, HVAC?
You have access to firmaments as well.
I think so.
No laser
Yeah, it has
infrared
Holy
armor,
shit.
leaving it
Captain
on
Barrel
as it by
Torture
default.
Simulator.
And if you want to
Jesus
take it out on test drive,
Christ!
just
I
clear
guess
the
I guess
gun
they put up the
and,
rocket rounds for the rockets so you don't use them against strong targets.
Yes.
Mm,
Have a look.
yeah.
People are asking if it's amphibious as well. Maybe we can have a look.
We can try that out. I mean, I believe the LAV chassis should be amphibious as far as I'm
Yeah,
aware.
it is.
Look at this thing.
Okay, now,
Where's the
I
radar?
haven't these aircraft just yet. I'm going to try
It's
this
probably
out.
like,
Let's see if this
well,
actually works.
it's either not modeled or it's only acquisition.
Amazing when the aircraft is flying away
Probably
from
not
you.
modeled yet because
They
it
weren't
doesn't even
actually
have that
helicopter weapons,
like
not an anti-jet
rectangle
weapon.
on the left.
Don't have too much energy. But
What
that
BR
was
was this
also
thing?
not too
They know.
bad. The gun sound is also very bird-like.
Might even
Honestly,
need to
the
be a
Americans
little
just have all
higher.
the good stuff this patch.
They do actually,
Bird
yeah.
over bird, it's amazing.
I'm quite a fan. That track's so good.
Jesus.
Try barrel as well.
Oh, that animation on the back is so cool.
Yeah. That's
I like that.
Oh, dude, that's
What
mesmerizing.
did you say?
I said maybe you can fire at a barrel to see how quickly it disables it.
It does decently quick if you get the shots in. Of course, at this range it's going to be a bit complicated, given that the
No rangefinder.
Gatling gun does spread a little bit.
It has a normal rangefinder, not a laser.
Yeah.
Of course, you also have
Yeah, they just showed
Hydra
it.
launcher.
Oh god, where was that Hydro going?
That's the Hydra, see? That's
It's not going to be amazing against the front
It's-
of Russian tanks, but
Well,
it can be quite
because
useful,
you're
when
running
you cannot
an
penetrate
anti-air
easily armored
round.
tanks with your
They
gun.
just showed it
Of
also
course,
a little
given
bit
that
ago.
this is a wheeled vehicle, the mobility on mud is going to be absolutely terrible, but we're going to quickly try out if this works in water, if it is amphibious.
The
Go.
the camera's
use
miles
a
away
little
from
speed
it,
boost
so it
here.
makes it look a lot smaller than it is. Like,
Yeah.
this thing's huge, by the way.
I just love the sound.
Yeah,
man.
it should be similar
I
in
love
size
the
to a
sound.
striker we have in the game.
Sound
Yeah.
man, it's my fave.
Are we going to be floating? Yes, we are indeed. Okay.
Oh, sorry,
so there you
no.
go. It doesn't need floating.
Is it floating? I can't even-
floating.
I know it's supposed to, but
what my controls are in this
like,
game.
I feel the driver
Yeah,
is
so
having a
to
super
Amphibious,
rough
we have
time right
everything
now.
indeed in order, and I'm really looking forward to this. Now, there's one major issue in the application of anti-air with this specific vehicle, given that you don't have any radar. But with the stand
shit.
launchers and the
I thought they did have a radar.
nasty stuff to
I think
Sure,
at least it had a
I'm
tracking
really looking
radar.
Yeah.
I think I had the wrong
Okay,
fuse.
next up we have
But then the
a big
Epsilon.
boy. A very
Yeah.
big boy.
A very chunky lad. Arizona. Finally got this. People have been wanting this for quite a while.
Yeah, I had the wrong
Brings the
fusing.
US up
It's just a
in
standard
terms of the
Hydra.
battleships they have, which is pretty nice. I can't really speak to performance that much. I have not played battleships for quite a while. Too much
Why,
of the
Oxy?
Horst from the last one.
Please let the
But
room
we can
know.
look at, bits of the armor
Why
set.
have you not
Pretty
played
much,
battleships
like
for a while, Oxy?
Well,
I
you
would
know
love
they
to
say-
hear your opinion on
I
this.
don't believe it gets SAP.
You know what they say about too much of a good thing, Tech?
All the mods here. Hydroplane as well. It gets I think it's a new hydroplane. This one gets. I
Oh,
don't think
it
it's on anything else, is
it gets some big guns.
sure.
You don't
but
forget.
it's pretty nice.
Oh.
You also get some
Armor.
label at some point. And
Look at
One
that
thing
though,
I've
it
noticed
gets
with this ship in particular is
the
reload
one
rate is
point.
quite
What do you
slow.
call
It
it?
takes a long time
Fire
to-
rate.
That's how the naval
1
players
point.
bullshit you with all of this.
Pretty
Like you
sad.
look at the
All
team and you
things
say like,
considered.
yeah, well,
But,
you can
I
see
mean,
it has some
performance
interesting
is still
turret
gonna be pretty great, and I
configuration,
mean,
some big
What I
guns.
like about the ships is the like obscene detailing in
1.2
here.
rounds per minute.
Like I don't I can't even comprehend.
Enjoy firing and then
too,
reading a book for a minute and then firing again.
I can't imagine the man
And waiting for a plane to bomb you.
Yeah.
We had a ship with toilets inside.
That's pretty cool. Let's, consider it. So
I'd hope most ships have toilets.
Someone made that.
Yep. Yeah, if you want to see these stats of the guns and stuff, here they are to observe. Yeah, pretty nice. I'm kind of glad we can see this now. So there's more reason to go for the top.
Ranging shots.
The American Naval.
It does have substantially.
Thank God they
better
added the
AA
new
protection than,
measuring range system.
which is we also have a new gunboat for the Americans.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, the Scharnhorst is over.
It's got a
from the
40.
Republic of Vietnam.
This one, it is a
It's
very
40
rather
and
slow
220,
gunboat with
and the
top armor for a gunboat.
top
so
speed
it's not
is
going to be doing
32
anything against enemy
km/h.
destroyers.
This is gonna
Given
go
that,
down in
the
BR
best we
very
have
quickly.
is the 40mm bow.
They
for
keep
armor,
over-
as well as
They
the
keep
already
over tearing
in
this
the
shit.
back for
That's
dealing with
really annoying.
aircraft. It can actually do some decent stuff against enemy aircraft, but against enemy.
Why'd you take
airships,
this
not
over
so much.
any of the 3
But you
OPT
can hunt
boats?
down some
Yeah,
enemy
Elcos, yeah.
PT boats.
Yeah.
Although, since you are so slow, you have to be careful that you don't
And
get
yeah,
encircled
it's slow
by
as
them.
shit. It's like that other thing, but with
Okay,
less
and that's it
guns.
for
The
America, at least for the
fucking...
time being.
The
Keep in mind
Candid.
there may be
Yeah, the
more
Yeah, I
Candid,
told you,
yeah.
I told you, I was looking
You
at
have to
it. It
figure
was
out
super
when the
fucking
patch comes
rough.
live,
Yeah.
and the upcoming
Like a
server as
suit
well.
chaser.
But we have now something for the Germans as well. Quite a few things actually.
Let's
Which
go.
is
Let's go,
starting
Puma.
off with these things. Starting off with the German Puma. Rejoice.
Crowd goes wild.
The Puma. Is
Oh, it's all the German
This
stuff you've
is
already
the
seen.
new IFV for Germany. It has a 30mm autocannon, which is capable of firing the following shells up to APFS-DS. Now, this is actually quite interesting because you can use this to
Probably have
pretty
Gen
much
2
ram any
thermals,
MBT
right?
from the side.
Yeah.
I
It's
believe
it's
it's a
pretty.
proxy HE as well.
It does indeed.
proxy
I'm not entirely sure if
HE.
it's proxy or if it's time fused.
It's time
At
fused.
least
I
according to
think.
the animation, it's time
cringe.
fused. It's really just supposed to be used against helicopters and not against enemy aircraft. You're not really going to have a great time using this against
H1Gs,
aircraft.
watch out.
Especially given that the fire rate of
New
the cannon
Swedish
veteran
helicopter
surprisingly
veterans,
slow.
watch out.
we're going to do a quick test.
You thought the Italian here was ridiculous enough. Now you can switch here.
Placement to a
Better not get caught lacking hovering.
A clash of gods. 8 rockets versus 6 rockets. Let the duel begin.
And the fire
At least the Italian one has guns.
Oh, it has 2 miniguns through.
I'll allow it.
Remember when it was first gonna be added? It only had just
the miniguns.
Yeah, you could either take the miniguns or the 8 rockets.
It's not bad at all, really, for what it is. So I was quite surprised by that.
You got some
Are you
ERA
making
plates
fun
here
of
on
my
the
baby?
side, as well as some NERA
Have you ever
elements.
played it?
And
That
this
that
can
piece of
block
shit.
heat shells up to 500mm.
No, I'm not that
Which,
insane.
at this price range, I actually face most of the heat shells fired from the early L7 105mm cannons are 400.
I think this one is gonna go up. All of this
That's some
machines.
nice
doesn't get
survivability, I
ways.
guess.
Also very interesting.
They always start
no
low and go
rule
high.
in the turret. The turret is entirely
I don't think there's a
crewless.
single
It's
one of
remotely
these that's gone
commanded
down,
by
like this
the
type of
commander,
vehicle.
which means that turret
Yeah,
shots,
that is
if
true.
you don't detonate the ammo, will not kill you.
I
But
didn't.
at the
I
same
wasn't
time,
paying
it
attention.
reduces
Did
the
it
amount
have like one of
crew
those
that you
first
have,
stage
so that
things,
if
or
you
it's
get
like
shot in the
pure
right side of the
chain
hull,
gun?
for example,
I think
you
it's just
die.
pure. I
When
don't
you
see
have
any
full
ammo in
crews,
the
you
in
go
the hull.
down, you are
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at this one.
Next up, we have an experimental German prototype.
Yes.
Ooh.
Premium, term 3.
Hey!
I like this.
I forgot about you.
Pretty different to what's
I was
available,
wondering where
especially
you'd see this
considering
ugly
the,
fucker.
coax here. Amarak, though. Pretty nuts.
Once was.
I'm a fan
Oh!
of
Oh my god!
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah!
What is
Let
that?
me shoot it. Let me shoot it.
Save a little bit of fragmentation.
Oh,
you kill the crew or you kill the ammo.
Ball.
But even
It's
so,
a ball.
it's not really that.
Jeez.
5-second reload at AO is gonna be good.
Oh,
In terms of
This one's gonna be
armament,
annoying
it's pretty
to
much the
face.
same as
Yeah,
the
this
other
one is
guns
gonna
in
be
the
really
series.
annoying.
It's
Like,
just-
you have the AOS.
nothing
You have the
invincible,
AOS at this
pretty
VR.
standard.
This shit is just.
This is a Lorraine
Better
with
on every
a.
way.
This is a Lorraine with a stabilizer.
How
pretty much.
impactful is it?
And a 30mm.
Something just went wrong here. Hold
Oh,
on.
it crashed.
Pull me out of the void,
Yeah,
Chief.
yeah.
I'm stuck.
I'm trying.
Wrecked.
Okay, that's actually.
Oh no!
I can describe it.
Ah!
Well,
Don't
you
worry.
need an ASMR stream, that is for sure.
I'm not
Well,
sure. I
thank
wanna
God
do
you
that,
have
but I
two,
could
eh?
sort of I don't know.
But the yeah, that looks super cool.
Describe what you're seeing.
Yeah.
So right now you're seeing something. Just close your eyes and imagine, if you will.
It's Oxy story time.
Golf ball on top. With
Golf ball.
It is thought about the time. Oh, please not again.
What just happened? Sorry guys, little
restart
error here. We're trying to fix it as we go. I don't really know what just happened there.
Stop the clock.
That
there you
good.
go.
Okay,
Oh,
we
no.
might have to do it just from
Oh
my screen.
god, we're all over the place.
I'll be here with my off-key remarks and crazy insights.
Open the Wikipedia page.
What is
That's
going
great.
on?
That's brilliant.
Open the Wikipedia page. We have to read it.
This is art. This is a performance piece.
Yeah, sorry guys, something went wrong. I'm not sure exactly what went wrong here, but we'll just try it from my screen then. Okay. So you
Drop that coffee and stop to fix. There you go. Mike saving the day again.
The Atom 3.
Chad Mike.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
On the other side, but with his coffee
It's
there.
gonna be incredible.
doing
Like, 5
anything.
second autoload is pretty good.
But the APDS and the heat's
coax
nice.
as well is
5
nice. It
seconds.
doesn't get the like the API round or like an
They
API.
go.
Yeah, like you are-
very nicely.
You are
And the thing as well is
mobile,
you take it
you
into
have an
test
amazing
mode,
reload, you
if
have appropriate
you
ammo.
fire
At 8.0,
the
this thing is gonna be
coax
amazing.
in the
Oh, yeah.
scope, the
Like, look at the
smoke
other vehicles at 8.0.
obscures
You have the
pretty much the
M68 when
entire gun
AOS.
sight.
You have the
I don't know
Type
if it's still the case
69.
with fire it.
Like all of those
It's
things
really
have
hard to see what's
insane,
going on. So
have insane
yeah, it's the
deficiencies
pros and
going
cons
for it.
to really using that
Yeah,
thing.
this one is gonna be good.
But for what it
Yeah,
is,
the
it's nice.
deficiency of this is its
Weird
survivability,
stuff like that
which
is
is
always a big W in my
always
book, so,
always one of those like depends
yeah,
on the
like to
player
see it.
skill kind of
It's gonna
thing.
be nice for 8.0.
Yeah, it's a
There's
bit
some good
cool,
lineups that can work in, and all things considered, it's pretty okay. Yeah, like it.
Still gonna keep
Okay,
trying to
next
fix
up for the
it.
Germans, we have two GDR aircraft, the German Democratic Republic, Old East Germany, featuring now the Su-22 UM3K.
No sound apparently.
Sound apparently, should be sound now. Featuring the Su-22 UM3K and the MiG-23
His beard
MLA.
is going gray.
The Su-22 UM3K, I'm going to show you in the tech tree as well as the Puma. In case you're interested, the Puma comes right after
I think
the
that's the
A1.
last stage of the Mike
The
anime. You just get
Su-22
a really
comes
long
right
grey
after
beard.
the F-84F, so quite down
That'll be like
in
season
the
5.
tech tree here.
Sad.
This is Rock aircraft.
Oh shit!
Interesting for the Germans, we
F-84F,
have
easier
access
to spade. Let's go.
laser-guided, missiles.
yeah.
The H-25
Now you have a
specifically
reason
are quite
to
interesting because you can fire
play
them
it.
all at once.
No, you
And you
don't.
can kind of stack them, so you can have them all in flight in like 5-second intervals.
Don't lie to
Have
your
them
fans, Tech.
manually guided, essentially. They autocorrect their course towards your laser
You
point,
should
so
all
if you
give
kill
it a
one
go,
target, you can
and
point
then
towards the other one,
just
and
play
the
it
next
once
missile
and
will
then
hit that. So it's very effective
never
in that
take it
regard.
out again.
You also have access to a decent bit of bombs and other armament
But
as
take it
well.
start
So it
from
should be
the
very
air.
nice for all the German
True.
class and bomber players out there. Speaking of, we also have the new top-tier jet for Germany, the MiG-23 MLA. This is very similar to the MLD in performance, although with slightly worse aerodynamics, so you can kind of compare the two with one another. Swing wing aircraft, of course. If you have flown the MLD before, you know what this thing is all about. Interesting, it has a lot of flares. You have the 2 ridges of flares on the top, and another one in between the gear as well. So access to quite a few flare launches, especially for a
Isn't it the
Soviet
same
origin
amount of
aircraft,
flares?
which is not bad at all.
Is the other one?
In terms of armament, again, this may be incomplete.
Doesn't the
Keep in mind
MLD
for
only
the
have a
progress.
few?
You have the following. You finally now
The-
get
well, the
access to
first- the
R24
MiG-23M,
missiles,
like,
a
has
long-range,
hardly
either
any.
infrared, in
Right.
But the
version,
MLD has
or,
the at least has the
radar
2
in
top
the
ones.
version for
Yeah.
well, for long-range engagements, and you also have access to the R60, not the
Yeah,
R60M,
you're right.
the R60, which are not quite as good, but still very usable indeed. As well as
surprised they're
some
not giving
minor
it the better
options
missiles.
for ground strike. No laser-guided missiles, sadly.
I'll have to see. Maybe there's some
Sure,
more
Tech, they
ordnance to
can't
come.
do that.
It does also get the
It's
same
not-
like
why would you just
crazy
leave them
radar as the
over the
Russian
an H-21
MLD as well, which is really nice.
for them?
So yeah, not really as good in terms of flight performance as the wings, but
Yeah, this is, by the way,
nice.
this is going to be
It's
Germany
good
for
radar.
like the next few years.
Missiles are great.
You're going to
Depends
get
if we
other
can,
nation shit,
get
and it's
a
going to be
big
slightly
slide
worse
out
than
with.
it.
I'm not
So
sure if that's going to
enjoy.
come yet. Probably. I imagine it
Unfortunately,
probably will,
it's
but
the
I don't really know
history of
much about
German
the stock
aviation
loadout.
for a
But
decent period of
either way,
time.
nice.
When they get their F4, F it'll be slightly better.
We also have a addition to the coastal fleet for Germany.
But by that point, we'll be getting
Karl Marx!
This is essentially
We got the Karl Marx.
the Soviet PR-50.
God damn it.
It's basically the same
Karl
ship.
Marx.
I can't wait. I
in
can't
the
wait.
German,
I can't wait to
coastal
kill
fleet.
Karl Marx.
You have access to some more and some other stuff as well, like proxy fuse
This is.
torpedoes, and
It's like the
depth charge
Rosamacha
launchers. Proxy
in
fuse
the.
should be quite interesting against enemy aircraft. Let's try one last time, Tom. Is it going to
Poor
work?
Alex.
No.
Still in the void. Still in the void, that's
Why
fine.
are you in the void, Tom? You should not be in the void.
It's hard to escape once you get in there, to be fair.
Hold on, I may actually be able to fix this. Give me just a second here, guys.
I'll just look at chat in the meantime.
I'll try to maybe do it like this, and then again.
That
like...
What
machine that
happened to cause
is
that?
still
Was
in
it
the
just a
coastal
thing
machine, the
that-
I don't actually
premium,
know.
which
I
kind of
didn't click
sucks.
anything.
Oh.
It just randomly went off.
Alright.
This one I think is gonna be really similar to the Rosamacha
Should
on the
avoid
Soviet
it.
tree, that premium one.
Yeah.
There's also apparently
Yeah, I
a
think so
sound
too.
on this. Oh wait, there we go. That's part of
Jesus.
it. Got a corner.
Okay, there we go. Hold on.
Big.
This may work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miss.
Fit the screen, and now.
Are we
Just
back?
put it down. I think we are.
Hello?
I think we are.
Hey.
Hello.
Can you hear? Hi.
You should be able to hear us. At least the
Hey, it's
microphones.
Michael
You should be able to hear the
Jackson.
microphones. Maybe
That's great.
it's
Yeah, maybe
the,
there's no audio.
There's the
on in the game.
T55
Either
we
way,
saw last
so
time.
I can show you this. Hopefully it's all back now. T55 AMD1, which is very, very similar to the premium.
I think he tried to fix the
but
desync of the
with
audio
some
and just
APS
fucked everything, because that
on the side
desync's
set.
back again.
It's very, very nice. Apart from that, it's very similar to the premium.
Nice.
Same, pretty much.
Has it
elements, I think it's
has this one got
exactly
the
the same.
chemical protection?
And the main difference really is the APS. Maybe we can
I
show
don't
that here
really
as well.
see it, apart from like the upper
No,
bases.
it
it
test
doesn't
drive.
have the cheek.
Works, and there's no
It doesn't have the
mentioned
cheek
it
for
yet,
the
did we?
anti-hit
A
stuff.
new feature
Yeah.
coming to War Thunder.
apps.
Maybe let's just not tell them exactly what it is. Maybe just show and tell. I think that's a good way to do it.
Okay.
I like how they're still adding to the tab drive.
It's kind of
What's
weird, yeah. I
going on?
mean, circles are good shapes, so I'm not really sure. I'm just hanging out here, really.
Oh no, is that a missile?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's nothing to worry about because
Where's my
what are these on the
frames?
sides here? What do they do?
It appears that we have hard
Yeah,
kill
what the
APS
fuck
in
is
game now.
this?
Is there a soft kill analog, or does that not exist?
Does it appear
Something
that?
we
Because
can
I
guess
can't
what's
tell.
fuzzy
Ah, interesting. Okay. Yeah, you get 8 of these
No
on the
fucking
sides. They only work
brain.
from the front. If we look at the bottom left, there's only part of the hemisphere covering the front where the protection is. And you get 8 of these charges, and I believe we turn the turret. This thing is not really the...
Is this in the standard tech
Russian
tree? It is,
earlier,
right?
And MBTs are not the best at...
Well, it's not a premium.
Yeah.
but if we turn the turret all the way
Yeah,
around, I'm not sure
that
exactly
should be
how
pretty fun.
much
Try a
the,
bit further, perhaps as well.
yeah, so it's only from the front. If it's working right now, I'm not sure if it is. We'll have to see.
Ow.
No. Okay. So there's still...
360.
Work in progress.
But yeah, just imagine that there's
so
no protection
the-
from the sides
Yeah,
or the back.
and the
Green
other two don't
circle
have
from the
protection
Minotaur
and this
event
not the
is what
only
they're gonna
vehicle with
use to-
APS being introduced in this patch. We're going to be showing you another
It
one
seems
later
to be,
on,
yeah.
which is also going to include some testing. Because I have a feeling the chat is going to be interested in what kind of projectiles this can actually block.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that. In fact, how about we do that right now?
How about we do that? What good timing.
This is the
Wonderful.
first time you can actually get killed in a
let's
test drive
move
in War
on
Thunder.
to Great Britain, we have the Challenger 2.
You shoot your
Black
BMP-3
Knight.
machine gun
This
up
is
in the
one
air
of
and
the
kill
most
yourself.
modern versions of
Oh,
the
premium
I
ship,
can
I think.
I can drive
And it
myself
also
into the
introduces
water.
hard kill
Nice.
active protection systems, which are these things right here.
Yeah, I've killed
on
myself in the
top
test
of
drive
the
before
turret.
attack. You don't know me.
Not much to talk about the tank itself. The gun is basically the same. The modifications are all basically the same. May have some
What's the
additional protection,
reload?
but
5.8?
otherwise,
Nice.
it's
There we go.
very much a Challenger 2. But the hard kill AP, the hard
You know
kill
what it
APS
isn't?
is going to
Chunky.
be quite interesting against helicopters and the A10 as well. So, before you do that, Tom, can
No
you
more
please show
useless
the next
random
set up a
armor.
custom battle on our new map, where we are going to be testing this out.
Oh
Yes.
shit, GTA time.
Okay, wake
Let's
up,
go.
guys. Wake up. It's a boat. It's a boat. Wake up. Wake
Oh
up.
my God,
You want
is
to
that
pay
a boat?
attention.
Oh, it's the
a
fucking
new, I'd say one
Valhalla.
premium for
Oh,
Britain.
Jesus.
V-Class, pretty
What is
much
this?
standard. So
Is
It's a
it
shit. It's
the wrong
fucking.
one.
It's a shit destroyer.
Valhalla. I mean, the name's
Is
cool.
it an
It's got that
F-class?
going for it. And either way,
It's either an F or a G.
nice. I always like these because they come with nice camos, and I'm very well,
It is
I
a nice
like
camo.
little
I
things
do like
that.
the
So,
camo.
pretty big fan.
Hey, the Phoenix,
Doesn't really
nice
too
to
much
see
to
you.
say because it's quite similar to what we have already. But nice, standard really for early destroyers. It's not you know, breaking the mold with how it all works, but
Nice
anyway,
camo.
nice, nice to see it.
Yeah.
All the merrier.
I don't. You don't use this
I'm
over
ready.
the
Now,
stock
I'm going to invite
premium
you to the
because
session. We're going to be
it,
showing you our
first of
new
all, it'll
map
be
as
more
well,
expensive,
Sun
and
City.
second of all, it's got no
I'm going to be
goddamn
driving around a
AA.
bit in my new shiny Challenger 2. And Tom is going to be bringing out, you have the H64D and I believe the A10 as well, don't you?
Yeppers.
Okay, so we're going to be trying out the APS system against Hellfires and against the A10's AGM65B as well. So you can see how effective
Oh, it's
the
no,
system
no,
is
no.
in actual battle.
It's a V-class tech.
Oh,
Let's try
great.
the let's try the
World
Hellfires.
War
Also
One
wearing a
destroyer.
shawl.
How you can actually disable multiple incoming missiles
style.
at once.
Human.
Just lay it off the map.
I didn't realize
Chic.
that guy's
Screenshot.
literally wearing women's clothing.
It's
How
it's
about
chic.
you drive around the map as well later on? Have a
It's-
look.
Yeah, with the
it's a
time
World
sprite.
War-
I'm going to drive
World
around.
War
the
One
advertisements.
destroyers tech. We're
As
getting
you are
them.
concerned,
Are
as
you
far as I'm
happy?
concerned,
Oh,
you're not-
God.
There's no enemies on this map. It's fine. I'm just
Oh, that does not look
A
good.
nice roll about, a nice
No.
stroll on this new map, which is very deserty themed.
Well, neither do
Now, the
like
800 does
the
have
Middle
a
Eastern
command set, of
resort
course,
cities
as
to
well as
me.
being able to
So
aim the gun from
Imagine going here on
bottom
holiday.
left, you can
Just
see
imagine.
the,
There's a, hey, honey, we're going on
charges.
holiday.
You have two on the left
Oh,
side, two on the
okay.
right side. The way
It's
a
Fucking
bizarre.
model
tank works, by the
Qatar.
way, is you
Sorry,
have
model
these grenades
fucking.
inside,
What's that?
Cheap.
Dubai.
Cheaper
Let's just
than-
do
cheap.
fucking Dubai.
a set fuse.
It's cheaper
and,
than a
it
trip to
allows them
Dubai.
airburst in the
I
vicinity of
guarantee you
an
half the
incoming
buildings
missile.
there you gotta
It's
pay to
not
have
with
model them in your
shrapnel,
game.
it's mostly based
What are
on,
these
the
fucking walls
pressure
around
of
the
high
railway? Is this so
explosive
people don't throw
as
rocks
to
at it or try and
avoid,
jump on the train? Like,
collateral damage if you have infantry
what
nearby,
the hell
for
is
example.
going
So
on?
you don't have to
Ideal
witness the
if you
poor
fill them
people
with a shrapnel
transportation
grenade.
tech.
Yes.
Of course,
Well,
in
we
Europe,
Rio
it
de
doesn't really
Janeiro
make a
now?
difference other
We
than
should.
Yeah.
you are
You
basically
have
build a
to pay
massive
for
wall
HGMs.
so you don't see the slum.
It's to keep the
I
hobos.
don't believe this kill system will deflect
You want to
Noise
use the
blocking?
Dubai building?
Yeah, could be noise
You gotta
blocking.
pay them
Yes,
for
you
10
can
hours
try
of
that out
slave
later on if
labor
you
per
want.
building.
Tom over
They look a
there
lot
is
like
already
the
looking at me.
the highway noise
Oh no!
blockers.
I have a laser warning.
Oh
no.
Where's this
Oh.
missile coming from?
What will you do?
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah,
see, that's what I see. This is what I was asking earlier. Tech,
Alright,
will these
well, I've done
APSs be able to
one.
handle
There you go,
Hellfires?
there's two.
I mean, I'm going to try
So this one I'm gonna
I
be
showed
Are
you
these
the
Hellfires
map.
he's firing?
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that area would be good.
I'm a bit too high, yeah. Well,
Oh,
in
yeah.
the middle. Maybe go back towards the desert and look around at all the buildings while you're there.
So that makes it pretty effective.
if you could
as well.
pop them this angle, it's really good.
Being able to
But
survive one or
Some very
two,
long sight lines, which I'm
being able to survive one or two Hellfires from
I don't think there's really a map that's quite like this in terms of how the sight lines work. As you can
make a
see, there's a
huge
lot of
difference.
just straight open ground. With a little, with sort of, well, not a huge amount of cover to go in
Instead
between.
of a
so
K50
it's gonna
firing one,
play
they're gonna have to
very
fire
differently
5.
to I think a lot of what we have already.
Exactly.
Obviously, it's hard to really kind of get a good idea of how it's going to play in a very limited perspective.
I have no
like
idea
this,
El
but
Diablo roster.
It's different.
We'll have
I'm
to
have to
see.
see how that's going to work. I can't really.
I'm
See
in the
for now.
meantime moving on towards the seaside. This reminds me a little bit of Vice City, the seaside area.
Yeah,
It's quite nice. I like it.
I can see that.
Got some advertisements here as well. What's
We're
this?
gonna have to
That's
look
the most
around this
normal
one.
Safe power. Incredible.
What's
Money
Uh,
bank.
What else have we got on the buildings?
We have a Pete show.
The
Peter
glass is
Parsons.
too
Peep
reflective.
What else do we have around here?
Oh, they've got
Interesting,
Mean
interesting.
That's
Girls.
just terrible.
Interesting.
What is
interesting.
this
What?
shit?
Very interesting advertisements on
Oh
this
my
map.
God.
Oh, that's
Okay, can you get a
Jeez.
Yo,
certainly
an
give it a
ad
go.
for
this time-
Mean
this time try firing
Girls.
two Hellfires at the same time.
Oh.
Okay.
Showing
if we
how
can overwhelm my
outdated this
APS
map
system.
is, because I think that
Are
came
we
out in
getting
2005.
Are we getting a? Are we finally
Yeah, maybe
getting
one of
the
the-
War Thunder
Anyway.
Mean Girls
But we have to
crossover
prove
we've
it
all
now. We
been
have to
waiting
prove that
for?
This is not just some black magic that we just made the tank.
Can I
guns
get a
in,
Lindsay Lohan
invulnerable.
tank crew?
Try and kill me now with the missiles. If you
Okay.
can.
I need to get a bit further away again. In the meantime, maybe see if you can find the grocery store.
Oh, whereabouts would that be?
I think it's somewhere in the middle. You should be able to see it.
I'm glad that
Wait.
instead of making maps
okay,
for
we have
function
the
now,
orange bank.
we're making them
That's
for
good.
memes. I'm
That's a good
very
start.
happy about that.
I think I saw Tomato Man.
Jesus.
I am
Busted
too.
Camp Crab Company.
Tomato Man!
The Tomato Man grocery store I think is my favorite, and the Ambiguous pasta shop as well. That one's really good. Where are you?
I couldn't give a shit about that because while you're playing the game, no one's gonna fucking look at this.
I do love gifts.
Like, there's just gonna be
Who
like
knows?
every so
That's
often,
like
like every
peak
few months,
advertising.
you're gonna
It
get like a
knows what you
post on
want.
the What Under Reddit. It's like, hey, look at this! Do you see this funny sign?
My time on this
And that's
planet
gonna
is
be
short,
it.
So
I don't know if they're all gonna hit you.
none of them hosts hit me.
The
At least we
most
can see,
truthful news.
You know, the most truthful news agency.
Yes, very much so.
That's really good.
Well, since you are shooting me with guns, why don't we try this system out against the A10?
Let's
as
do
well?
that. Why not?
So I'm actually going to respawn now, so I have my active protection.
Oh my
charges
god, is
back
it gonna
up.
stop
Tom's
Mavericks?
going to bring out the A10 with the AGM-65s, and we're going to see if maybe the explosive power of
He's
the A10
dancing.
can overwhelm the APS
To no
system
music.
of the Black Knight. I'm going to spawn again on the C side.
Oh, I'm gonna be so pissed if they add the
And Tom's
A10
going
and
to bring
then
out his
I can't
AGM-65.
shoot anything because the APS keeps fucking up my
Drop
Mavericks.
backwards a bit to be a bit more
I mean, most shit ain't gonna get
Since
this,
we're here,
so.
why don't
And
we
it's
give
at
the
9.7, so I can't even
more-
face this fucking thing.
Are Mavericks a bomb or a chemical?
They're
They're
they're metal.
of the Gatling gun as well.
Yeah, it's nice. And it's
They
definitely
are?
in the cockpit as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's reality? It's still the cockpit. But
Sad. I was gonna say, if you drop a
No,
laser,
they're-
they're a bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
I'm a fan.
bombs.
This is one of the
Uh,
joysticks that I had. I had the A10 joystick.
Explosion.
oh yeah, no, that was one of those.
Like if
I
a
did,
bomb
like, a manual
explodes
labor
like
job
right in
for 2
front of you
weeks to
because you
afford
get
that.
APS, I don't think it's
It's
gonna
horrible.
save
Just
you,
carrying
right?
bags of concrete upstairs all
Well,
day.
theoretically, the
While Tony
APS would
just sat there and
neutralize it
drank
before it
tea
could
with too much
explode.
sugar in it. Poor woman we were working
We'll
with had to
see.
like buy 3 bags of sugar, like when we finished her basement, which didn't even finish. They just gave
Oh my
up.
god, just stop.
That was the worst job I ever
Talk
did.
about the game.
It's a,
Not
it's
a
a
fan of
dev
that anyway.
stream.
Not
Not a
shit again,
fucking...
man.
Not quite on the C side, but close enough. Near the spawn. I'm actually going to fire in the air a bit.
No, I think I see.
Well, we had a
Yeah,
cultured
see?
chat that would
So, my
spam, who is he
ancient
talking
keybinds
to?
Okay.
Okay, missile is out.
Disappeared.
It's not too far away.
I think it ran out of rocket booster, but it will be incoming show soon enough.
Yes, it should be. There we go.
I'm gonna rotate around a little bit. This is basically worst case scenario. Imagine I'm being completely unaware of the AGM coming in.
Still did
and I'm
damage.
showing my side, which is my weakest armor. But apart from a broken
Did it
track,
set it
I am
off?
perfectly fine.
Yeah, it did.
This is APS in the works. Now, Tom, someone in chat asked
It also,
about
like,
the,
peppered the ground, like, dust
perspective
popped up everywhere.
ground perspective
Yeah.
of the gun run, so
Okay, should I gun run you or somewhere near you?
do me. Just finish me off. Just end my misery.
Okay. Very well.
Oh no. I can hear a plane. Have mercy. That hurt, Tom.
That's so nice, though. Like, it hits just as you hope it's gonna hit. Like, in terms of the noise and everything, like, it's just nice. I like that.
That hurt me deep. Alright, there you go. That is the new map and the APS system of the Black Knight in
Yeah, we're gonna have
action.
to look around the map. It looks
Let's move
really
on
rough,
to
but
the next vehicle, which
don't know.
is going to be
city
for
maps
the
normally feel better than the
Japanese.
open maps.
Japan
at
gets
heights,
a new battleship. Want to quickly actually
No,
go
people
Yeah,
want large
something
open
for
maps.
us.
thank you, and there we
Okay.
go. Alright.
Yeah.
For the Japanese in this patch, you are getting the IGN Congo in its
Congo.
1944 configuration. With less firepower than the Hyuga, it has a few lesser guns, although of the same caliber. But it does still have access to SAP, which is pretty decent for a battleship. What the Congo brings is higher speed, higher crew count, and most importantly, a ton of AA.
Yes, it's a really pretty ship. Like, the tower's really nice.
The Japanese towers are something very special to them, don't they?
Yeah. It reminds me of the tower in Professor Layton in the Curious Village. I don't know why it reminds me of that, but
What
it's just...
is that
I know, it's like
reference?
lots of little things built on top
What
of each other,
the
so this gives me the same vibe. I like it.
Foxy.
An aircraft
God damn it.
Like, what?
Let's see
You
if my
can't
AA
keep
thinks of
getting
that.
away with this,
It does
Oxy.
very much saturate the
You need to
area. I'm not
stop.
entirely sure if it gets any kind of fuse shells. I
Yeah,
don't believe
the
Japanese
25
has,
millimeters, at least from when I've
fuses
used
in
them,
the
have
war.
been some of the
But I
weaker
believe there's
AAs,
some time fuses shells, yeah,
AA
I can
guns
see those.
in naval.
Yeah, but
But-
there's a million of
There's
them.
no
It's
chance.
still
Exactly,
A lot
there.
of firepower, a lot of anti-aircraft firepower for a battleship especially. This is way over the Hyuga in terms of, well, self-defense capabilities.
Nothing for Japan in ground on air, it seems. Definitely the worst tree.
kind of slow, not the best, and the guns are the same as on the EVGA.
They
so
did
you
add
know
a lot
exactly what kind
of stuff to
firepower you can
ground
expect out
like
of
a few updates ago, right?
Alright.
Like all the Type
So let's move
74s
on
and all that.
to the next tank.
Type 10.
China's getting some interesting stuff.
Let's actually get into
China.
handful of stuff. I
China.
don't know too much about this one, the ZTZ
It came
88A.
from China.
It's very similar
There
to
you go,
the,
there you
the
go,
premium,
Alex. It's
where is it?
269 2G.
It's
But
an
without the
87
ERA,
after
so it's
59.
ERA blocks,
Okay,
but it
that's
does
fine.
have this block of armor on the front, which is currently at about 100
Fleshing out that X7
millimeters of
lineup
thickness, around
forward.
90. And this actually adds a lot.
Yeah.
It's a really strong front plate if this is to stay the same. Heat's going to struggle, even I believe we got the dart round is going to struggle a little bit to get through there as well. No such improvements on the turret. Hull that's pretty good if this is going to stay the way
Why
it is.
China?
Apart from that, it's a pretty standard MBT design. There's not really a huge amount different with it. You still have the
Roughly
same
China
getting
touch
thick.
reverse speed. Rounds are all pretty good.
Pretty rough
Same as what you can
reload.
get on the premium option.
Is it that
And,
ship round?
with a
or
lot of
is it
the
better?
technical aspects the same as well. So
I'm guessing it's the
nice
better
to
round.
have as a lineup vehicle.
Yeah.
Use it in-
Yeah.
it's a pretty nice lineup at 8.7. And even above that, you know, it's still going to work fine.
8.7 China
nice
is
to
really
have it
good.
all
Having
the
extra
more merrier.
options. Not gonna
Indeed.
be annoyed.
And this
I'm
is not
happy
the
to see
only
it.
tank that Chinese are getting.
Now you
are
have the
also getting a
5091,
prototype
the
of the
ETC,
ZTZ-96A.
the M6.
The M6
The way this one differs from the
uh,
TG version is not having ERA on the turret front, but having some ATG dazzlers on the sides of the turrets. This is not hardcore. This won't stop an HGM coming in, but
At
with some luck
9.7.
it will be able to disrupt the
Fancy.
Behind
missiles.
it.
Currently a battery 9.7. Of course, keep in mind this is all work in
You're
progress.
just,
This will be
you're
available
just
as
being a
premium
negative
in the
Nancy,
upcoming
bro.
update.
Nah, this one will be good.
What is not a premium
No, I'm
is
talking a
this,
race.
a new top tier jet for China at
Okay,
11.3,
bro.
the J8B.
Yeah.
It looks like it has
You got the
21
feedback.
wings.
You got the feedback,
Yeah,
right? You
it's
love the
way
feedback.
bigger.
It's a really
do, I
interesting,
do.
like, proportioned plane, actually.
What are
It's
those
very
missiles?
aesthetic. There's something about the twin engine aircraft designs that I really like.
Yeah.
It also
EL
has this,
1
this
millions.
folding under winglet, kind of like the MiG-23 has. It's a very,
Very
interesting aircraft
cool.
overall. I am liking it. And what this one will have, or rather bring new to the Chinese Air Fleet is
Semi-actives.
radar missiles, SARH missiles, semi-active radar guiding.
Nice.
I'm not entirely
That's
sure
new?
what the stats
Like-
are. They are currently not available.
no
but
other
they should
Chinese
be
ones have
roughly
them.
in line with the
Oh, okay.
M7.
Yeah.
So do other
Americans.
planes
Not the
have
later
them.
ones. Think more of the early ones.
Oh shit, premium
So, yeah, new top tier
M3A3.
jet for China, looking very
Oh.
spicy. Now, China aren't the only ones getting a new top tier jet, are they?
Nope.
We
Oh.
have
Who's getting a top?
finally for the Italians something that has been awaited for a long time.
Oh,
Tom,
thank God.
104S ASA. Pretty interesting. Although
Okay.
a bit of a
Oh, God.
They're
uh,
giving
What's
them
the
the
it's
S9.
really nice to have it all the same.
Better gun?
But
It gets
better
M9Ls.
so it's like some
yeah,
takeaways and
okay,
some pros.
So
for
there
this
you
one.
go.
And where is
It doesn't
a
have
speed
an internal
14
gun.
turbo?
And it doesn't get any flares
Yeah.
at 11.0.
Oh
But it
God.
does get
No flares?
AM9Ls,
Oh,
which is
Italy, why?
pretty good. But
Oh my
wonderful
God.
performance with no flares and no internal gun.
No gun?
Yeah,
I don't know
so this
really
one,
that
this one does it
offsets,
properly,
the
where you can
advantage
either
of the
run
M9L.
guns or
Obviously, they're really
Yeah.
powerful, but they can still
Very
flare them
heavy.
after you run out of them.
And
Then there's not
now,
really
if
that
I
big
wanted
do.
to, I could go
So,
brag to some people
it's
that I
very
was
nice to
right all
have it.
along.
Of course, it's
About-
really
But
the only
that
thing
would be
you really get at
cringe.
this stage, and
It would
until
be.
there's more developments in the future.
God damn.
But,
So
yeah, not really sure on this one.
you
yet.
get four
But it's very
9Ls,
nice to have.
so
Maybe
the
there's
same
some more
loadout as an
options
A10.
available in the future.
And
Nice.
Maybe it could mount flares. I don't actually.
should
know.
be quite
I'm
fun.
not really
We'll
that well
see.
versed in modern stuff.
It'll be
But either
decent.
way, it's
it'd be
nice to have.
interesting
I'll
to
have
see how
it
these
goes.
missiles do. Does it get an
Those
improved
are not
radar?
M9Ls though, are they?
No, these are the.
Those are some interesting missiles.
These are big
see if I
fucking
can show the
missiles.
stats here of the. I don't want to pronounce it.
35G
I'll get it wrong. Sounds
overload.
stupid.
I mean, we're going to pronounce everything wrong
Yeah,
once
that's
we get
nuts,
to
man.
the Israeli tanks, so go ahead.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Spides are
Either way, yeah, nice
terrifying.
missile options, really, really nice.
Yeah, it's
but
really going to
flight
depend on
performance
how
and
this
defensive, options are
how the
not
radar
really,
is on this thing.
to stand out right now.
Yeah.
But we will.
But
have to
if
see
you
how
have,
that
yeah, you just have two
goes.
tubes
Actually,
and then you're
like
done.
Camo, little metallic sheen.
Go land.
in the middle.
But you don't have any
Yeah.
Along
gun.
with this as well, we have
No
the
flares, no
Albatross.
gun. 11-0.
For
Yeah,
coastal,
no,
the coastal
thank you.
fleet.
That's
It's
rough.
nice. This is it's almost like an analog to the Lubeck for Germany. So Pretty nice. As a ship, it's pretty slow. Doesn't really have any protection in terms of, well, for 3.7, especially against even early destroyers.
There already a ship called the Albatross.
But the automatic 76mm cannons,
in the German
they
tree.
should have
It's got
fuses
the
as well. So really good against
the
air.
rapid fire guns.
And light craft, not really that good
Yeah, the rapid fire
against bigger ships. But anyway, it's really nice to have bolsters to line up. But the Italian Navy was sort of the most lacking, I think, in terms of stronger, larger ships. So this rounds it off quite nice. Good to have.
If they give this thing destroyed DMs, it's going to be
because it
super
gets
annoying
pricey
to
fuses
face.
for the main guns, which should be quite interesting against aircraft.
It does.
Okay.
I did say that.
Sorry about that.
Something I said.
France is getting some interesting stuff as well.
France are getting some interesting stuff.
Why are we whispering?
I don't really have any
Yeah, they're
idea.
getting a
Shall we have look?
B-26.
Let's have a look.
Oh,
Oh shit, the ELC bits. There we go.
B-26C,
Finally.
French version.
I think
I
it'll
don't
be fun.
really know there's really any differences.
The
at this point.
ELC series is finally in the game after so
Should
many
be mostly,
years.
so
man.
yeah, France is we can see like maybe an unlockable camo for the metallic version because they use
What's
that
with all the
engine quite a
Is
lot.
hideous.
That's the French B-26.
Nicest thing is probably this little.
Yay!
It belongs in the
little tiny boy. Look
American
at that.
tree.
Look how small.
Well, this
So
thing definitely
small.
does.
I will take this
adorable.
into a test drive. We can
But the
quickly
ELC
see on
bits,
it.
this one
not
is super
immensely
cool.
impressive.
I'm super happy
can
to see
slug off
this.
some heavy MGs.
I will.
But
I
Two
like
Crew,
the rocket
not,
one.
immensely well protected. The 90mm as well, with heat, smoke, and
A 90 mil, I took it for a 75.
and I will
Interesting.
briefly
No, it has
show
a
this
90.
in the test drive just so I can show you the perspective of the
There's
height.
a 75
and,
one,
how
but it's not this
small it
one.
is. Probably the most sad thing is that the turret does not traverse all the way, kind of gets stuck here.
Yeah,
so
because
you don't
otherwise
have a
it'll cut the
complete,
commander in half.
traversal rate. And bear in mind, I'm on a
Snap
completely
his back.
stock vehicle. There's no mobility upgrades, so expect it to be a bit more nippy.
This will be fun. This is
very
probably
nice
my
and
pick for the
really
for the
small.
update.
And one thing I don't know if you can really see here, but if you look at the bottom
I
of the
want to
screen
go that
with the
far,
shell
but it
icons,
is nice.
they have been updated in terms of the scale of them. So I believe they're now at 4K. It was before they were a bit blurry. So the tow hook at the bottom is still a little bit blurry, but I think everything else is up to standard, which is really nice. So this is up to like a Panzer II.
It's quite hard to tell with the
and it's still a
quality
very
of the stream
small-
right
small
now, but
family
it will
tank.
look really
I
nice.
didn't realize it was that tiny.
It's that small. It's really, really small.
Okay.
That's a
So yeah, it's
paratrooper
nice.
tank.
It's really sweet. I like things like this. It's nice we have it. I mean, it's not going to be like changing anything up in a big way, I think, but it works in the lineup. You can use it in up tiers. It's going to be really annoying to fight in certain situations, but pretty fun. I mean, the lack of traverse is going to hurt it a little bit, but either way, it's nice that we finally have it. I've been waiting for this for a while. I've been seeing clips of this internally for like over a year, so it's nice that we have it. But yep, really
I am
nice.
slightly disappointed it doesn't have scouting abilities at the moment, given that it's such a small vehicle. It would be perfect for that role.
Yeah.
But classified as tank destroyer, at least for the time being,
What?
it does not have scouting. Not very
What?
survivable, I can see.
You're not giving this thing
Absolutely,
scouting?
but nice, very nice.
No way.
No way.
That's right. That's probably-
And that, I
That's
believe,
probably gonna
is
get
it
it,
for
but-
France at the moment. Sweden is getting some interesting stuff. Spoilers, the Israel tank tree is not the only new tree coming out in this game, this patch. But we'll get to that in a second.
You get a shit
First
heli
off,
tree.
let's show off the new tank for the Swedes, the STRV 105.
This is the 90s
This
Centurion,
is
right?
basically a vastly
last
improved,
version, I think.
Yeah,
Centurion.
this is the last
It
version
has
before
the
they finally
105
got.
cannon with
they
access
finally got
to
laid
this
off.
APDS
Yeah.
shell. You can see it in.
I think the main upgrade, as you can see, it has the thermally major.
Thermals.
You also have thermal vision.
Oh, that's
and
an upgraded
laser
round. It's actually pretty
rangefinder,
good.
which
252.
for a tank with APD
Yeah.
and FSDS,
It'll
be a
this
good
tank
round,
is
yeah.
going to be pretty damn nice.
Yeah,
There's
well,
also CRA and
but I have
all
fun
that
playing
stuff,
this one,
but what is this, Tom?
and
What
at
is
9 now
with
you
things
can
here at the
finally
bottom?
get
No,
another
not me.
for your vaccine if you want to.
What?
Yeah,
what?
true.
Oh, by the way, this is where the STRV 105 is. If you want to check it out, I think you can see it. What? This is new.
Yeah, what does that mean? Well,
That's all very new.
What's the premium
Yeah,
for
well,
this tree?
kind of. The Swedes are getting helicopters in this patch as well,
6
although
rockets.
not entirely new. These are modifications of various helicopters from
They don't even seem
other
to
nations.
boat
For
them.
example, here you can clearly see this is a
6.
Huey.
Oh no, they're
This
missiles.
particular
Sorry.
one is the lowest batch rating helicopter currently for the Swedes, and it has very, very slow ATGMs. Now, these are semi-automatic, so you can just aim them with your mouse. You don't have to control them with your keyboards. But look at the maximum speed, 85 meters per second.
that's a bit of a yikes.
What?
it's going to take forever for the missile to get anywhere. So you kind
Are
of
these slower than the Type 60 ones?
Getting close to the battlefield with a helicopter.
How do they go that slow?
Not ideal.
Yeah, 2 kilometer range as well, so you're gonna get bopped by
them, so you have, plenty
and
of
also you won't be able to
again, of course,
spawn this at the start of the game either. So enjoy.
We also have a version of the French Alouette. This one has basically the SS-11 missiles. Which
so worse Alouette because you don't get the guns.
Of course, these are also
doesn't have the MG3
instead of keyboard aim, so you can aim them with your mouse, no
Swedish
problem. The SS-11 missiles are not too bad. Next up, we have two versions
the same
of
speed as the
the
Type
German
60.
Bo 105 helicopter. The first one with tow 1s, and the second one with some upgraded tows, although in lower numbers. I can also show you the modifications here. Interestingly, the upgraded one is capable of using thermal vision, which is going to be quite interesting.
What a fucking terrible
enemy tanks, something that the earlier version cannot do, even though it has more missiles. And then finally,
Because of
we
that
have
Apache,
Apache.
Yeah, Apache is ridiculous.
Everyone gets
Japanese
one.
have an Apache, the
There
Israelis
is
have an Apache, Sweden has an Apache,
Yeah.
America has multiple Apaches.
You're opening the door
And
for
just one
bullshit with this one.
basically
I
the
have to
same
be honest with
loadouts
you.
as
Oh, yeah,
the
they
other
are, yeah.
Apaches. You have access to RB-74, which are
They never have one of these?
A9Ls.
No,
as
they
far as I'm aware.
test.
These
They
are
basically
and of course,
for a
Hellfires
week
as
they
well.
tested
What
this
would be an
one
Apache
and
with a
also the
Hellfire?
Mi-28 was it?
So you can look forward to that for
Yeah, in the
Swedes. They're going
90s.
to be
They were
having some
basically
more
looking to replace
cast
the
options
helicopters, so
in
they
the
tested.
near
They tested
future.
an Apache and an
Now, let's
Mi-28
move
and then didn't
on
use any.
to-
They didn't buy
Well,
any.
what is actually the
And then just
big
sent them
update
back.
in this patch, isn't it?
Yep.
And with that
We
same
have
logic,
an
the Swedish
entire
can also
tree
get
of
well like a
tanks available
TSU
in
and
the next
Ibra.
update.
An
So,
Abrams, yeah.
well, show some
Leopard, I
Yeah,
think
I
there's
don't have them all unlocked,
that
so I
one's
can't
up
show
to-
everything here.
Yeah.
But this is the tree as it is right now. There is a fair few more things to come. I think a lot of them, but several aren't going to be making it for this update. But there's still more to see for next update than we can see in the tree right now. Starting off with a lot of vehicles.
I feel like
that
it opens a can of worms for a whole bunch of guerrilla logic.
M51 with the
Yeah, it
cast hull.
does.
Pretty nice. I like that. Aesthetically, I think it just works better for me. I like that. Even though, not really as good. But either way, very nice aesthetically. And there's, a lot of the early stuff, it doesn't really change too much.
Will this have the same
there's some of
rules
the
as the
earlier versions.
aviation
Nice
one,
base
so you'll have
look, I
to
like that.
grind out
the Magach 1 and
another
Magach
tech
2
trees
are
up
based
to
on
like
the
rank 4
M48,
to get access to
Magach
them?
6 is
Would
based on the
assume
M60.
so.
I would say so.
French
Yes,
stuff as well. Shot is the Centurion with a 50 cal on top, which is very, very nice.
I love it when the tank has a 50 cal.
Alright.
Nice, the
There
only
you go.
20 pound then.
Yeah.
50
Yeah, it's only in the later tiers that we start getting things a little bit different. Obviously, this is one of the most
Literally
interesting.
better
I
than
really like things
the-
like this. They're a little bit weird.
The British in every
ACGM
way.
carrier.
By
It's
weird,
just-
he means
I don't know,
shit.
I like it. Little box.
I can't take it seriously.
Little box with,
Nah.
with SS11s on it, basically.
I believe those are also keyboard aimed, aren't they?
The Tiger
I
is
don't know. I think
adorable
there was
tech.
something
Shut
about
up.
them being semi-automatic, but not really. It needs some like external system to use them automatically. I'm not sure. I have to see on that one.
Like whenever
For the rest, somebody describes a vehicle as
kooky or
there's little
different,
changes
they
compared
mean
to what we
shit.
have. We don't have the Magak
So,
Premium and Shotcar Premium here yet. I don't know if those are coming in
No,
next
it
update
means
or
it's a
afterwards,
meme
but they should
machine
be,
tech.
here at some point soon, probably for GE, I would imagine. But the rest is quite similar.
The Gimmel.
The Premium, especially the Centurions, which are very, very nice.
50 cal again.
50 cal as well. Standard
Them on
ammo
11 rounds,
options,
nice.
Nothing really too different in terms of what we have already. This is
Yeah.
the to be early as opposed to the late, which I think is in the American tree.
So you
It's
can
highest
use
we
the
have right now.
A4N right
there are more
now,
Macabres,
but only if you
you'll
get
see
the
next
fully
update.
top tier
They're not all
vehicle.
quite ready yet. So we have,
Wait, is the
early
shot cal
stuff.
Delet in the
They're really
tree?
pretty, isn't it?
No,
Let's go.
they're going to
I
bring
just-
it in as a G
I know,
premium.
they're so disconnected from what other
later
vehicles
on.
sort of look and even perform, really, so I like that.
I don't want to buy it again.
Unique. One thing I really like about the Merkavas is that they're very focused on crew survivability. So you have all this, the fuel tanks, the transmission, the engine all in the front, and a separate armor compartment for
right.
most of the crew, which makes them quite survivable to frontal shots.
Maybe at 9.0,
Very
but
nice.
not at the higher ones when
Now,
they
there's one
come in.
specific vehicle I'm really excited
Like
about.
that
Can you show
Macava
the,
Mach 3 really
Macbeth?
doesn't have a lot of survivability.
Macbeth.
It's
You say Macbeth? You
okay.
say
I
one
wouldn't
more
say
time,
it's
otherwise I'm
better
cursed.
than any other vehicle.
I love the little bits on the
It's
side.
alright.
Amazing.
It's
It
brilliant,
looks so
right?
good.
It has so much charm, like personality to it. I really like that. I mean, the VAD system I
Personality.
don't like as an anti-air, really. I don't think it's that reliable. But
Yikes.
extra missiles that you have it's pretty.
Another great word
Can't really complain.
for meaning shit.
Ultimately, 9.3 pretty much fine. It's not really, and again,
Well,
we
not
had the standard
reliable.
option beforehand. Not
No,
something I'm like immensely keen on, but
like just an
Got personality.
yeah, it's got personality.
nice.
It's got personality.
I
Yeah,
think
that's why they
everything
told
else is,
ugly people to not do that.
Seen a lot already.
I can't wait.
I believe there's a lot more.
I can't wait for
the
the
most interesting and unique versions. are
devblog for
nearly
that
finished. There's a
thing,
couple,
and
I
then
think,
in the
that
pros
might
and
be
cons,
exactly when,
it's
but
got
quite soon, I think you can see
personality.
the
Spoilers, Tom.
yeah, the other versions. But
Just some other things as well. There's an aircraft and a helicopter, which aren't new, but they're now being integrated into the Israeli trees. So we have, I can actually quickly show that, if you don't mind.
go for it.
I mentioned this before during the previous few streams. The American Premium AH-64 will be removed from the American tech tree, at least from sale, and will be introduced into the Israeli tech tree. What this means for you is, if you already have the American version, you get to keep the American version. If you don't have the American version, after this update, you will no longer be able to buy it. If you already have the American version, you will not get the Israeli version. It's a separate vehicle. It just won't be able to be bought anymore for the American tech tree. So keep it in mind. Same thing that happened with the French Premium F-84, which is now in the Israeli tree. Okay, and I think that is basically it. We still have a little bit of time, so if you guys have some questions, leave them in the chat. We can try and answer a few before we head off and leave you guys with, well, the ability to check these things out for yourself.
What are you saying, Mike? What are you saying?
What I am saying is that you will want to be downloading the dev server client because it may be
don't do it
opening
today.
soon.
Do it tomorrow,
And
please.
there is going to be a rather big upgrade because we mentioned this before. Some of the new features of this update are things like 4K textures, which are optional. These are entirely optional. You don't need to download the 4K clients, but even if you have the standard client, you still need to re-download the textures. So there's going to be a big update for this dev server, a big download. And depending on your download speed, on your internet speed, it may take a while to get everything installed. But don't worry, I think the dev server should be open.
I think somebody was saying it was 30
Cheers,
gigs.
We have plenty of time.
Here's the Tyrann 4S that we have right now.
And that's
I love
today.
the dinky little gun on the top.
I don't know if
It
it's
looks like a
today.
toy. This thing looks really nice with the camouflage, actually. Like, yeah, in terms of protection, no darts, no APHE.
No 50?
Just the chemical and the saber.
27s?
But pretty nice.
No,
Like to see it.
What's that no meme?
no devs.
Slaviker
no
on Twitch asks where the
50s.
Puma is located. The Puma is located right here in between Commander 1A3 and the TAM. And yes, it also has fused HE shells, although I'm not entirely sure if these are timed or if these are proxy fuses. I believe these are timed ones, so they should not be that useful against enemy aircraft. Can you reload the ammo for the APS? That is a good question. Let's actually try that out real quick if I can. In the meantime, maybe you can take another question.
Yeah, someone's asking what the thermals are like on the Black Knight, and I will be able to show you that as well.
Gonna be the same as the Challenger, probably.
Yeah, Gen 2 for the
Gen
banner.
3 looks like Gen 3. I can't really see on this monitor.
Can the APS stop
Pretty
Nord?
decent, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gen
it's a
2.
very modern
Probably
tank, so it
will.
would make sense for it to be Gen 3.
The standard
Yep.
Challenger doesn't
Great
have
thermals.
thermals for the
I
commander.
can
does
show
it?
the APS again real quick as well.
No, this one
We
has.
tested this
That's
earlier. If
pretty
you
good.
just tuned in and you missed out, the APS does work against Hellfires and HM65Bs, for example. And they can also take multiple at the same time. Now, I'm going to see if the APS will actually reload in the capture circle, or if you are limited. Can you show the US tech tree again? Tom, maybe you can do that?
Yep, let's checking one other thing first.
Yeah, you
It
can
is
I
actually
hope.
reload them.
reloading, so there you go. At least
Oh, thank
currently,
God it's a
the
long
APS
reload,
system
though.
seems to be reloadable on
These are men
capture
of the
zones,
people.
although
I mean, anything
quite
that stops
slowly, so
helicopters
keep that
being
in
annoying
mind.
as hell, I'm fine with.
Yeah, but at the
Arctos,
same
the
time, if
Puma
it
gets
made you pretty much
AP
invincible,
Oh, APFS, yes.
I
I'm sure
would
about
also
APS
be
right
fine
now.
with
At
it.
least not currently in this build.
nah, because then the... Why do you have this
Did any of you play
vendetta
like the
against
F4J, F4F,
tow launchers
F4E,
tech?
A9L?
Oh,
As
it's
far
They
as
don't deserve that.
I don't care
They
about
don't
tow
deserve
launchers.
this. They don't deserve this.
I don't care
I mean,
about tow
with
launchers.
things like
I
this,
care
it's
about
something that can come in the
Apaches
future,
and
not in the first iteration,
UHTs
so
and
maybe it
K50s and
does, but I
K52s.
have no idea, really. Probably
This thing is not going to
TS,
see a tow
but
launcher.
I'll have to see.
Yeah, but the
That's the truth right now.
T-55 can reload
Yeah,
its
so you
shit
can see
too.
the
Like,
A10
that's the
slots in right
point.
between
There's
the
a
APS
lot in
and the
vehicles
AV.
getting this
Can you
tech.
show the tech tree?
I don't play with your book, man.
And that is where the
Leave it for after the stream.
LAVAD sits at. Again, it's not a radar SPA, so don't expect to be shooting down enemy aircraft unless you use the Stingers.
I
And
thought
even
this
then, the
one
Stingers are
would
not
be a little bit
ideal
lower
against
than
enemy
10.
aircraft, but it's a pretty mobile platform with a decent
Amphibious.
gun
Got
to
a-
harass people.
Yeah,
from
but
the
it's got a
sides.
hydropod on
The-
top, Tech.
The
It's
launcher is
10
switchable.
material.
Person who
The
asked,
Black
I
Knight
believe,
is in the tech
the
tree.
select that you get double the launches. But yeah, up to you.
It's just
There you
after
go.
the. It's after the other
The
thing.
A10 is currently at 9.7.
Who's gonna
Keep in mind
choose
that
the
this is,
hydropod
placeholder
over
battle ratings.
8 Stingers?
How is gonna new graphics
Dunno.
look like on ultra low quality? It shouldn't really change. There's going to be
My man.
the standard one.
It
which
should
has
actually
the
be
2K,
easy. It should be
graphics,
better
the
because you
2K
can have the
textures.
lower
The
resolution.
upgraded one, which will have 4K, 8K textures, which is actually what we used during the stream. Not sure if you were able to see the differences too much, given the compression that is happening on YouTube and on Twitch. But it's going to be looking very good. I can tell you from experience, it looks very nice in game if you have those textures enabled. And there's also going to be a 720p texture pack for ultra low quality. So ideally, ultra low quality is actually going to get a better performance. Technically, the textures don't affect the performance directly, but if you have a graphics card with low VRAM, it should help in not maxing that out.
Japanese ship tree. The Conga comes after the Yakoma.
Oh yeah, that's a 26 gig update.
Okay. Well, I believe this is
it's
going to be it
updating
for
right now.
us today. Once again, download the dev server if you want to try these things out for yourself. They will be opening up soon. TM. There you can check out all the vehicles that we have shown today.
Hopefully
check
they
out
don't
the new
break
graphics, check
all
out
the other stuff
the
in
new
it. I feel like
mechanics,
they're going
and
to
all that good
Like the acid
stuff.
view and things like that. We're gonna have to see what
No
goes on
stats
with
yet
it.
on these.
Yeah, no stats on those yet. Keep in mind, this is all pretty early still. Things will be continuously developed. New vehicles may be added in the time it takes for the update to release. So yeah, have some fun and enjoy the Brit. You know what? Actually, just for good measure. Tom, shall we have one last Brit?
Go, go, go. Do it.
Ow.
You're not even ready for it, Jesus Christ.
Patch?
Professional egg,
think so,
unironically
That
English.
was the one announced on the devlog, wasn't it? Yeah, it's there.
so
This is
so
Arizona,
funny.
right there.
After Wyoming.
What do you mean, will it come this patch? There's a dev
Currently,
blog
the
for
A10
it.
only has the HM65Bs.
Gee.
Those are the only ones currently available.
AMD comes
There we
after
go.
T55.
Oh,
Yeah, that one also will be pretty fun to
we
play.
shall leave you
I'm looking
with
forward to that
one
one.
last birding action. I'm going to open up my cockpit because I might as well. Open up my CCIP. Yes, this does get CCIP for the gun. Computer-controlled impact point, so you can exactly judge where you need your bullets to go.
Oh, the
We're
cockpit,
going to
no.
push that SPA and...
yay.
I can almost hear the engine from here, so this is going to be
It goes slow enough that the pilot can just open it, no
Loud
problem, Tech. You got
Nice.
it.
That took a long time to
There,
jam as well.
there you go.
It sounds good.
Lots of ammo as well. You
Yeah.
can do a fair few runs.
Yes. Very nice.
Well, thank you much for watching the stream. Hopefully you enjoyed this preview of the upcoming update. So we shall see you again soon, and enjoy your weekend. My name was Mike,
I likewise am here as well.
and
What? What
Lovely
did he
stuff.
say?
I'm likewise here as well. But that was a good stream. I think both streams were pretty good. I enjoyed all the information really. And if there's an update or if there's a dev server today, we'll be covering it on the channel. At the same time, if it's tomorrow, we'll be covering it then. So I'll probably be streaming a little bit later on today because I have a few other things to do. As always, but no, both of those streams were pretty solid, so I enjoyed them quite a lot. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later. Let's see who we can raid, just to go and say bye to everybody. There you go.